everybody. So today's story time is going to be about a little game called Guitar Hero. Now, I don't know if you were active in the rhythm game scene in the early 2000s, but basically, it was just DDR and variants thereof. A lot of, like, the dance games, Stepmania, things of that nature.
Real arcade stuff.
Real arcade stuff. Basically from, like, I want to say, like, in my personal knowledge, like, 2000 to 2004, 2005, DDR was the king of the rhythm games in this part of the country. That's all we did. We would go to arcades, we would go to, like, the movie theater just to use the DDR cabinet, we would go to the local sports center just to use the DDR cabinet, and it was a thing. I was not very good at it. Like, I have this perfectionist streak when it comes to rhythm games, where if I don't, like, get it perfect, I start to pitch a hissy, and it's really unsightly, not a good look for me, but I can't stop it.
Like, especially at the time, Elise was a musician playing a real instrument, so, like, she knew rhythm.
Around 2000, okay, so I want to say this is, like, my junior year of college, and I go home for winter break, and my best friend has this guitar game that she's playing on her PS2, and she's standing there and she's like hitting buttons and tapping out music, and I'm like, whoa, I know these songs. These are cool. What is this game? She goes, oh, it's something called Guitar Hero. I got it for Christmas. So we started playing, and I'm like, wow, this is really fun. And I think I like ran out the next day and picked myself up a copy of Guitar Hero 2 plus the controller. And this is actually my original Guitar Hero controller for PS2. And at the time, I think the only video game system we had was the PS2.
Yeah, we didn't have the Wii yet.
We didn't have a Wii yet. I don't think the Wii was even out yet. I didn't have a GameCube, so I got games for what I could play. And I loved the music in there, because I've always been a big fan of live music. I'm a big fan of, you know, different varieties of rock music, so obviously this game lent itself to my personal taste.
There's a lot of classic rock.
A lot of classic rock, a lot of punk rock, stuff of that nature. Very much my scene. So I'm all about this. I'm like, oh wow, oh there's like a great track list, I know all these songs. Kind of weird, they're sung by people that aren't the original artists, but that's okay, we're not focusing on the lyrics right now. I get to play along with them, and it was cool. So I started playing a lot. I started playing a lot. And I remember once school started back up again, I brought my system to college, I brought my games to college, and it would be me, my buddy Dan, and my buddy Matt would sit in my dorm room for like hours on end before classes on like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we would just play Guitar Hero for hours. And it was so much fun. Like, we all just kind of like, because we knew the songs, we would pick the songs we wanted to play, we would try to get new scores on them, and I dare say I got pretty good. With a caveat. My caveat was that I never played beyond medium, because that orange button, that orange fret, is the bane of my existence. I got real tiny hands. Real tiny hands. So stretching to reach the orange button was not something I ever wanted to do.
Oh lord, I don't know if you could do it now with those fingernails.
Yeah, probably with these nails, not so much, but I didn't have them at the time. So I refused to play anything beyond the first 4 frets. And my friends were chill with that. They didn't mind. So it was cool. So I played all school, that was all junior year, we were playing Guitar Hero. Came home for the summer, still playing Guitar Hero. Asked Karen sometime about me.
Monkey Wrench.
I don't want to talk about it. That was the first song I ever got perfect after much anguish and
so much anguish
and hissy fits being pitched. But moral of the story is I came back to school the next year, and I was living in a different this was like an apartment basically. It was me, 3 of my friends lived in the same apartment. So this is my senior year of college.
2007 into 2008.
2007 into 2008. Fittingly, it's coming up on my 10-year college graduation date, which is kind of freaky. But anyway, I got back to school and I'm walking around and I start to see flyers for a Guitar Hero tournament that's being run by a local gaming club. And I had made my peace with the gaming club. That's another story for another time. Long story short, ex-boyfriend of mine was the president. I didn't like him very much. He didn't deserve to be liked.
We're not going to get into that.
We're not going to get into that. What we are going to get into is I saw that this tournament was going on, and there was a cash prize, and I wanted a part of it. I'm like, I'm good at Guitar Hero. I think I can do well. I think I can do this. So that night, I remember it was a Thursday night, and I'm sure, like, everybody on campus was getting ready to go, you know, into town or something and get wasted because it was Thirsty Thursday, but not me.
Everyone was on their way
me.
to Hoboken!
Yeah, everybody was on their way to Hoboken, but not me. I was on my way to the student center, and I remember, and this is really funny, but I'm gonna pop in a picture of my Halloween costume for this year, because I'm pretty sure the only difference from my Halloween costume and what I wore to kick everybody's ass at Guitar Hero was that I didn't have wings on.
Jesus Christ.
Oh no, I dressed up for the occasion.
Oh god.
And it's hilarious.
Elise is still in an emo phase, just so you all know.
I never left my emo phase, but man, I missed that skirt. It was cool. It was black, it had chains on it, and then had a little bit of pink tulle at the
It was
bottom.
not cool.
I loved it!
It was not cool.
Whatever! So I show up to this tournament. It's all guys. It is all guys. And they're all standing there, all like scruffy and stinky and thinking they're real cool because they're all like gamer guys. They aren't actually like musicians. So I show up and I'm like, hey, I want to enter the tournament. And I think it was Max behind I think it was Max Casanova.
Max Casanova!
Who
will be named in full because he's the coolest name in history.
This guy Max was sitting doing the registration, and they all kind of knew me as, because I was still friends with a bunch of them, and everybody kind of knew me as, like, the president's ex-girlfriend. And I said, I want to enter the tournament. And they go, okay, what's the highest level you can play? And I just look at them dead in the eye and I go, medium. And they're like, oh, okay. So they make this, like, I'm just, like, standing to myself, because there's people I tangentially know, but I'm in the zone. I'm in the Guitar Hero zone. I'm gonna stand on the floor of this classroom, which might or might not be a stage, and I'm gonna kick everybody's ass. I was very cocky. So I was ready for this. I was going to be the Guitar Hero that night. And I was very unsuspecting, even though I looked like this. So anyway, they had a dry erase board in the room, and they made like I want to say like a bracket system. They pitted people against each other. They initially matched people up based on ability level. And basically, the way it worked was whoever got you had to play to the player's highest ability level. So if you had two people who played on easy going against each other, you had to play on easy. If you had an easy and a medium player playing against each other, you had to go easy. If you had like a medium and an expert player going against each other, you had to play on medium. So just keep that in mind. So I remember a couple of players did some easy songs first, and then it was my turn. And unfortunately I don't remember how the songs were chosen. I think we basically got to write down 3 songs we were interested in, and then they picked one of those, like one for each person. And slowly but surely, I started knocking people out of the tournament, left and right. I just kept advancing the ranks. It was like one of those montages where it's like everybody's fighting real hard, and then you see like they move. It's like a boxing montage, and they move the player's name up the chart, and you move the name up the chart. But it's me, and that's what's funny about it.
And it's Guitar Hero.
And it's Guitar Hero, which is also what's funny about it.
And it's a bunch of schlubby, like...
So, no, it's like a bunch of, like, real tall, gangly geek guys who didn't shower for, like, 3 days. So, it's getting intense, and people are starting to, like, cheer me on, and I'm like, this is wild. What the fuck is going on? So, finally, I make it to the finals. And it's me against this tall kid. All I remember is a tall white dude with, like, floppy brown hair and glasses, which is literally, like, 3/4 of the people in that club. And, well, that's a lie. Most of them were not tall. Anyway, so this guy looks at me and goes, "Are you sure you can't play on hard?" And I'm like, "Yep. I can only play medium." So he goes, "Alright." And we trade back and forth. So no, I let him pick the first song. And he didn't realize, because he thought he was gonna throw me out, he picked one of the bonus songs. And that bonus song happened to be The New Black by Every Time I Die.
If everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right. If everything I do is wrong, my God, I'll do it right.
Because he took one look at me and thought, this chick's not gonna know Every Time I Die. Ha! Joke's on you! They're one of my favorite bands.
Never ever think Elise doesn't know a band! That's a rookie mistake!
Rookie mistake, right there! So I get up there and I'm fucking shredding. Metaphorically, you know, because it's not actually fucking a guitar, it's Guitar Hero. And I'm just like fucking kicking ass and taking names, and this kid keeps like slipping. And I think I might have beaten him by like 3 notes. Because when you're used to playing on expert,
and you have that memorized,
you don't really have the ability to jump 2 levels down to play medium.
Because you don't remember
what
it was.
The charts. Because it's so long ago, why would you even, you know,
if you even played through it on medium before just jumping somewhere else.
You're a Guitar Hero master, why would you try playing anything other than freaking expert, you know?
I think it's funny that people who play on expert can't go back down to medium.
I remember this kid being, like, really, really pissed off and trying to, like, put up a fight. And I don't remember who was in charge. That it might have been there. And she's like,
them's the rules.
Them's the rules. Elise wins. And I ended up winning the whole damn tournament, dressed like this. And I walked away with a $35 gift card for Best Buy. And what did I do with that $35 gift card for Best Buy? Bought Guitar Hero 3 the very next day. I was very proud of myself for that. And it might not be the most crowning achievement, but I definitely, like, if I'm writing up a metaphorical resume, I definitely put, you know, 2007 college Guitar Hero champion on the list.
It's like somewhere under master's degree. Question for you from me, the interviewer.
Question from the interviewer.
What was better, Millionaire or Guitar Hero Championship?
Honestly, I was equally as smug for both, so I don't think I can pick. It's a different thing here.
Okay, but how good was the cash prize?
Okay, well, I mean, clearly Millionaire is the winner there,
but like, the smug victory.
The self-satisfaction of being all these, like, little annoying guys that were, like, BFFs with my abusive ex-boyfriend.
Oops.
Oopsie. It just... I got back to my dorm that night, and I just felt, like, victorious. I was like, yeah, I'm the Guitar Hero champion. Which is not something that most people brag about, because, again, it's fucking Guitar Hero. But I was very proud of myself that night.
And to be fair, this isn't the glory days of Guitar Hero. This is Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 3.
It's Guitar Hero 2, Guitar Hero 3, right? When it was still freaking relevant, before Rock Band had come out. So that is my... I wish I had, like, a certificate or anything.
Well, you had a gift certificate.
Yeah, I had a gift certificate, but I wish I had just, like, a piece of paper saying, like, you know, Elise Explosion, Guitar Hero Champion. Because that would just be the icing on the cake for this story. Anyway, thank you guys so very much. Question of the day, what's your favorite rhythm game? You know, are you a DDR fan? Do you like Rhythm Heaven a lot? Are you a Rock Band, Guitar Hero kind of person? Let me know in the comments. I just want to know. Tell me, please. If you'd like to see more storytime videos, like maybe the time that I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'll pop that in the end of this video. There's plenty more where this came from. And if you like my storytime videos, hit that little subscribe button, click the little bell. If you want to stay in the know, the bell's the way to go. My social media links are in the description below. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.